Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Wrestling Dynasty. You might be wondering what happened to Garland.
Making their way to
Unfortunately,
the Extreme Team.
Garland decided to opt out his contract early, so I had to hop back on commentary. We are hosting a round-robin tournament to determine the two tag team contenders for the Wrestling Dynasty Tag Team Championship. The tournament will be hosted this episode and the next episode. We had the Extreme Team and Troy and Jack participating in the first round of the round-robin tournament. And we are 2 shows away from Go Hard or Go Home. I am so excited right now. We will be crowning the first tag team champions, the first United Asia champion, the first United States champion, and most importantly, we will be crowning the first Wrestling Dynasty World Champion. And that is something I'm so excited about. And we are in the quarterfinals, so we are getting pretty close to see who will be the 2 contenders for the Wrestling Dynasty World Championship. And Jack starting off the match early and vicious. Jumped from the top of the rope and knocked down Vendel, and then grabbed Hardcore Kid while he was turned around and threw into the turnbuckle so hard that he fell down to the ground. And now he mounts and starts pounding on his face. No homo. And he grabs him once again. I think Hardcore Kid was looking at Vendel to try to tag him in. He grabs him once again, throws him into the ropes, and a vicious spear from Jack. And Hardcore Kid having some difficulty getting to his feet. Also, I would like to take this time to explain how we will be crowning the Wrestling Dynasty United Asia Champion and the United States Champion. You see, the United States Champion, the 2 losers in the semifinals will go against each other at Go Hard or Go Home, and that will determine the United States Champion. For the United Asia Championship, we are going to have a mini tournament between the quarterfinalists who lost, and the winner of that tournament will go on to go against each other at Go Hard or Go Home for the United Asia Championship. And Hardcore Kid finally getting back in his match to just exchange of blows, and Troy from the side attacking Hardcore Kid, and that's having no effect and no avail. And with the vicious drop kick temporarily blinding him, throw him into the turnbuckle. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. Mounted him and punches him 1, 2, 3, 4, and throws him down to the ground for good measurement. And Troy climbing the top. Jack with the snapman and with the splash of Troy, but ooh, great teamwork right there. Great teamwork. Troy picks him up. A vicious neck breaker for Troy right there. He goes for the pin. Rope break, unfortunately. This is how you get it done in a tag team match. You keep him in that one corner and you just keep switching and just keep assaulting him over and over again. And Troy with the pin. 2. And Hardcore Kid kicks out. And Vendel grabs him, throws him into the ropes. He runs into the referee. Hardcore Kid tries to grab it. They just exchange your blows left and right. These men go. Molly Whopper of a punch, sending Hardcore Kid flying across the ring. A vicious super kick to the face of Troy right there, knocking him down to the ground. And a vicious snapback for Hardcore Kid right there. A little history on both of these teams right here. Hardcore Kid and Venom, the Extreme Team, were the original tag team champions of Wrestling Dynasty. They went at it back and forth with Why So Serious in order to get those tag team championships, and they were pretty successful. Troy and Jack got together in the later years of the Inferno Zone, but unfortunately the Inferno Zone collapsed before they could even have their first match. Hardcore Kid picks him up, shots thrown into the turnbuckle next to Venom, but he reverses it into a hip toss. That was a great move for Troy right there. He's just stumping and dropping knees on the chest of Hardcore Kid right now. He tries to go for something, but somehow Hardcore Kid escapes. Hardcore Kid with a punch to the face. He grabs him, but Troy's fighting back, but to no avail. He throws him into the turnbuckle. Taz and Venom. And with the Hurricane Rana from Hardcore Kid and Venom going to the top, and with the moonsault, perfect teamwork right there. And Venom with the pin, this might be the 3 count right here. 2. And he kicks out just in the nick of time. And Jack and Troy is double teaming him and pressing back suplex from Jack right there. And Hardcore Kid, Venom taking advantage of Troy having his back turned. He goes for the Russian leg sweeper, but he gets it reversed. And Troy's just stuck in the mud hole in the Venom right now. And Venom escapes that hold. He tries to grab him, but Troy's fighting back. Venom gaining some space between him. And he goes for a kick, but Troy with the punch to the face and sending him right back down to the ground. And with the vicious kick from Hardcore Kick for Venom right now, I'm sorry I keep getting these two confused. They look just alike. And with the shoulder block from Troy right there. And Venom just pounding on his face over and over again. No homo. He grabs him. Vicious side slam right there. He goes to the cover. This might be the 3 count right here. 2. And just in the nick of time, he kicks out. And Jack with that drop kick, sending him flying. Venom grabs him. Perfectly executed MDKO. Picks him up once again. Throws him into the turnbuckle. Grabs him. Drives that shoulder into the gut over and over again. Troy is just getting dominated right now. He so badly needs to make a tag or this match will not end in their favor. Hits him up once again. He escapes but to no avail. Venom grabs him again. Throws him into the ropes. Vicious jumping Bronco Buster. Troy needs to do something in order to get back in this match. He is just getting dominated. It throws him into the turnbuckle, causing him to fly down to the ground. And a vicious spinning heel kick from Venom right there. Like I said, this is how you get it done in a tag team match. You get it in that corner, and you and your partner just keep going at it, switching back and forth, changing the assault on him. And with a moonsault from right there, that's perfect team right between Hardcore Kid and Venom right there. And Troy trying to fight back, but to no avail. This is a match right here. I hate to say it, but this is a match. Troy has not had the opportunity to order to get out. And Venom is fighting Jack right now, making sure he does not break up that sleeper hold with the drop kick. Vicious super kick from Venom right there, knocking Jack down to the ground. And with that vicious slingshot, and somehow Jack escapes the clutches of Venom and breaks up the sleeper hold. And they're just double teaming Jack right now. Troy trying to take advantage of the distraction, but to no avail. Hardcore Kick with a few stiff hits, throws into the air, but right in the Venom. Come on, man, that's your tag team partner. And the Hurricane Rider, and this might be no. He goes from the armbar. Let's go. Jack with the vicious drop kick with the spinning heel kick from Hardcore Kid right there. Hardcore Kid just stalking him. Grab him. Vicious net breaker. Troy desperately needs to make a tag right now. If he does not make a tag, I do not see this end too well for him and Jack. And with the Hurricane Rider from the top rope, he goes for the cover. He's signaling for something. I think he's going to end the match. And with the spear, he picks him up again. Goes for another spear. And that might be, oh no, it's not all she wrote. Somehow, Troy manages to get to his feet. He is desperately fighting in order to get that tag. He wants to win this tournament in order to ensure that him and Troy become the tag team champions. And with the vicious flying hand scissors, and he must have landed wrong or scraped his arm because now he is bleeding from the arm. And Troy is fighting back in order to tag Jack, but to no avail to just exchange a blow, that he finally gets a grip of Hardcore Kid, and with the vicious bulldog, but to no avail, Hardcore Kid immediately stands right back up. And he goes for the Hurricane Rider from the top of the ropes, and this might be all she wrote. Picks him up once again. Dragging him in the middle of the ring, throws him into the ropes, goes for a kick, but misses it. He just runs straight to Hardcore Kid. This will be the opportunity in order to make the tag. He's going for it, but Hardcore Kid grabs him. Just as he has his back turned, but Troy fights out of it. Vicious snap suplex right there for Troy. And Troy, he's calling for the... Is he going for the pin?
2.
No, he's crawling towards Jack, trying to so desperately to make that tag, but to no avail, because Hardcore Kid drowns him right back into the middle of the ring, picks him up. Vicious super kick from Hardcore Kid right there. Hardcore Kid and Venom just has been dominating this match. They have not allowed Troy to make the tag whatsoever, and he finally has some breathing room. Will he get up in time? Will he make the tag? He's running towards him. He's slowly but surely running towards him. Will he finally make the tag? But no. He does not make the tag. He does not get there in the nick of time. And Venom making sure that he does not get the tag whatsoever by knocking Jack off the side of the ring. And with the vicious shoulder breaker, he turns his attention to Jack, trying to knock her off the side of the ring so he can get the pin. Vicious super kick from Venom right there. He picks up Troy. Vicious spine buster, and he goes, and somehow Troy kicks out. He's still alive and kicking. He wants to win this match. He drives that shoulder over and over again to the stomach, knocking the wind out of Troy. And he goes for the cover. One, two. And somehow, Troy manages to kick out. And Troy is fighting back, but to no avail once again. He desperately is trying to make that tag. You can tell this man is exhausted. He is having trouble down on his feet. And with the jumping Bronco Buster, he's pounding on that face over and over again with his fists. He tries to grab her again. Troy, you can tell this man is tired. Look at him. He's having difficulty getting to his feet. And with the vicious super kick from Venom right there. This might be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. I can't see Troy making this tag whatsoever. You saw him over and over again try to get to his feet. You saw him desperately crawl to the corner, but to no avail. You saw him trying to run to the corner, but to no avail. I just can't see the man making the tag whatsoever. He picks up that baseball bat, and he tries to land, and what the fuck? I guess the referee is trying to establish some order within the match. And Jack throws Venom for the top of the rope, making sure that he does not do anything to Troy whatsoever. And this might be the opportunity that Troy needed. Troy is trying to grab Venom. And with the vicious bulldog, and this might... God damn! He is tired. This man is having difficulty standing up and difficulty getting to his feet. And with the punch to the gut from Venom knocking Troy down to the ground, goes into the turnbuckle. Taz in Hardcore Kid with the hurricane rider from the top of the rope, and this might be all she wrote.
1,
2,
3,
and that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the next round of the round robin tournament.
The winners of the match by pinfall Extreme Team.
The Extreme Team. You saw the perfect teamwork for these two. They did not let up on Troy whatsoever. They made sure he did not get the tag. They kept him in there and kept him nice and tight. We will be moving on to the next match. Enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen. And moving on to the second part of this round robin tournament. We have Why So Serious.
From parts unknown, Why So Serious.
Why So Serious has recruited a new member. The pale white guy in the back right there with the face paint, he is known as the Jester. He is a phenomenal wrestler. He comes from the indie scene. He has been all over the world, from Japan to Canada to Mexico to England. He's been everywhere. He is a phenomenal wrestler. This is a great addition to Why So Serious. I'm glad they recruited him. And you might be wondering, who are the Islanders? They are a new tag team, but they're not new wrestlers. These two men have put the differences aside. They made amends for the past that happened between them, and they consist of, as you can see,
Samoa,
Ricky the Flying Hawaiian,
Joey the Bulldozing Samoan.
And together, they make the Islanders. If I had to pick a winner for this match, I would more than likely go with the Islanders because Ricky the Flying Hawaiian and Joey the Bulldozer Samoan are two amazing wrestlers. Joey the Bulldozer Samoan being a vicious powerhouse, Ricky the Flying Hawaiian being in his name, being an amazing high flyer. And they're establishing the match off right. A vicious hit from Joey simultaneously hit him with a spinning heel kick from Ricky the Flying Hawaiian. And Ricky the Flying Hawaiian goes into the ropes. Vicious Samoa drop, hitting the signature move of his partner right there. And that might be all she wrote. Another reason why I would pick the Islanders over Why So Serious is because the chemistry for Why So Serious is not there yet. The Laughing Man and the Jester have just gotten together. This is their first match together. So the chemistry might not be there, and they might need to establish it on later in Wrestling the Dynasty. The Islanders, they may have not tagged together before, but at least they are familiar with each other. They know each other, so the chemistry is somewhat there. And Ricky the Flying Hawaiian just establishing dominance in this match earlier on in the match. And he's beating his chest in celebration. Vicious spinning heel kick. The Laughing Man needs to get out of that corner. You saw how that played a factor in the last match. You saw how Troy was just in the corner of the Extreme Team and was not able to get out of there and establish the tag. You saw how they just tired him out, just wore him out until he gave up and laid down for the 3 count. And Ricky the Flying Hawaiian throws him into the corner and he tags in Joey the Bulldozer Samoan. And with the vicious Hurricane Rana and Joey the Bulldozer Samoan with the leg drop on the Laughing Man. Also hit his partner in the process, but that's besides the point. He throws him into the corner. What is he doing? He's getting behind him and with the vicious, holy shit! And with the vicious leg drop, hitting the head of the Laughing Man and throws him into the corner so hard that he bounces off of the turnbuckle and right back into him. And with those vicious hit to the face of the Laughing Man, knocking him over the rope. And Joey the Bulldozer Samoan was just taunting the Laughing Man right now. You see how the corner is playing a factor in this tag team match again. You see how Joey the Bulldozer Samoan and Ricky the Flying Hawaiian are just taking advantage of that corner. And he tries to throw it into the turnbuckle again, but the Laughing Man with the roll up, and the Laughing Man with the vicious spinning heel kick, and another one. And Joey the Bulldozer Samoan shakes us off, picks him up with the scoop slam. He picks him up once again. Throws him into that turnbuckle, making sure he does not escape that corner. He going up once again. And with the vicious double axle handle hit from the top of the rope. And that's rope break. I believe that would have been a 3 count if that was not rope break. And Joey the Bulldozer Samoan with the standing splash. Ricky wait for him to get out the way. And with the vicious drop kick to the Laughing Man. Ricky the Flying Hawaiian picking him up. Throws him into the ropes. And he just shakes it off, finally establishing his feet. Throws him into the ropes again. Vicious Samoan drop. And this might be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. 1. Only with the 1 count. And the Jester is picking up that Hawaiian club. He throws it at his partner. What the fuck, man? Come on. He throws it at his partner. And the Laughing Man looking to make the tag. The Laughing Man backing up, trying to gather his breath. The Laughing Man just backing up, staying in his own corner. He finally tags in the Jester. He punches him in the gut for dropping down when he tried to tag him in. And the Jester, finally, his first in-ring match in Wrestling Dynasty. And with the vicious forearm to the face, they just exchanging blows. Back and forth, these men go. And with the vicious spinning heel kick for Ricky the Flying Hawaiian, knocking the Jester down to the ground. And the Jester tries to grab him, but to no avail. He tries to hit him with a forearm, but to no avail. Tries to hit him again, but to no avail. The Jester is not looking so impressive in his in-ring debut. And the Jester's just backing up. Trying to create distance between him and Joey the Bulldozer Samoan. And with the scoop slam for Joey the Bulldozer Samoan. And with the 1 count. And the Laughing Man hits his own partner with the club. What the fuck? And with the hit and
the winner of the match by DQ, the
and then attacking Joey after the match, but to no avail. Joey is fighting back, throws it into the ropes. Vicious reverse atomic drop, hitting him in the nuts. And the Islander establishing the win, moving on to the next round in the round robin tournament. I think Ricky the Flying Hawaiian hit the Jester just for good measurement. I guess why so serious was none of the Islanders. We will be back to you with more Wrestling Dynasty. I cannot believe what we just witnessed, ladies and gentlemen. That vicious
From Durban,
assault
South Africa.
on Jen right there
Leo.
from El Diablo, leaving him bloody and battered on the ground, bleeding out. Hopefully Jen is okay. Hopefully the paramedics got him in the nick of time. I hope he didn't lose too much blood. We will be back with an update on the status of Jen. Like I said, I'm praying and hoping that the man is okay. We saw how vicious that attack was. He was bleeding from the arm. He was bleeding from the face. There was a pool of blood where he was lying at. Hopefully, like I said, the paramedics got him in time. And hopefully, he did not lose too much blood. We will be back with an update on Jen's condition. But let's move on to the next match in the rest of the Dynasty World Championship Tournament. We have Leo going against Crusher. This should be a pretty
From
interesting match
Satan's
right
Kingdom,
here.
Massachusetts.
Crusher. One of the most vicious wrestlers in wrestling Dynasty going against Leo. If I had to pick a winner for this, it would more than likely be Crusher. Crusher's style of wrestling dominates Leo's style of wrestling. Leo has more of a high-flying technical style. Crusher is just more of a powerhouse. He just grabs, slams, hits, and with powerful impact at that. So I would more than likely choose Crusher for the winner of this match right here. But hey, I've been wrong before. What do I know? And they're just staring each other down. And there goes the bell, and they're exchanging blows. Leo with the vicious drop kick, and he grabs Crusher. Vicious side backbreaker right there. He's trying to establish a pair early. 2, and Crusher kicks out. Crusher grabs him. Vicious scoop slam for Crusher right there. Crusher pounding his head to the mat over and over again. Crusher throws him into the ropes. Vicious spine buster for Crusher right there. And Crusher grabs him up, finger 4, leg lock. I'm very confused by that. I know Crusher is a better wrestler than that, and he has not targeted the leg areas whatsoever in this match, so I'm very confused as to why he would go for a finger 4 leg lock. And Leo grabs him. Vicious tornado DDT for Leo right there. Leo picks him up, and Crusher escapes. Big boot from Crusher right there, and another big boot. And Leo's trying to fight back, but to no avail. And Vicious hits from Crusher. Marley Whopper of a punch, sending him flying across the ring and down to the ground. Those are into the ropes. Vicious hit to the face of Leo right there. Crusher just establishing dominance earlier on in this match. He drives his shoulder over and over again into the stomach of Leo. And I think Crusher might have tired himself out just a little bit. He throws it into that turnbuckle again, driving that shoulder over and over again into the stomach of Leo. Crusher just dominated this match so far. Crusher going up top. Where's he going for? A drop kick from the top rope. This might be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. 2. I thought he was going to get the 3 count. And Leo grabs him as Crusher complains, but Crusher escapes, and with the vicious suplex throwing Leo outside. And Crusher knocks the referee down under Leo. What the fuck, man? Come on. Crusher is a dirty ass fighter. And Crusher just stalking Leo, waiting for him to get up. And Crusher runs into the ropes and does a forearm hit. I'm confused. I think Crusher might be a little intoxicated or something. And Crusher taunting Leo, saying the belt is his. He's just stalking Leo, waiting for him to just get on the side of the ropes, and knocks the referee into him once again. Wait for him to climb the side of the ring. And oh my God! Crusher with that splash, knocking Leo down to the ground. He's pounding his head to the mat over and over again. He grabs the referee. I don't know why he did. He grabs the referee and throws him down to the ground. And him and Leo just exchange blows back and forth. These men go. Leo with the drop kick, temporarily blinding Crusher, and another drop kick, knocking him down to the ground. Vicious snap suplex from Leo right there. And Leo grabs him. I think, yes, Leo is bleeding a little from the face. And Crusher grabs him after escaping the hold for Leo. Vicious shoulder breaker for Leo right there. He grabs the referee, throws him on to Leo. Holy shit. Crusher is not playing around this match. He's using whatever he can get his hands on in order to ensure the victory, whether it be a referee or whether it be a weapon. he's just pounding Leo head over and over and getting to the mat, targeting that head area. Like I said, Crusher is a pretty smart wrestler. If he sees blood, or if he sees that you're holding on to a certain area that it might be injured, he will target that area and go for the quick submission once he gets the opportunity. And with the vicious big boot knocking Leo down to the ground, Crusher picks him up, vicious shoulder breaker, and this might be all she wrote. One, two. And nearly escaping the 3 count right there. And Leo with the kick to the Crusher. And the referee's just getting in the way. They're exchanging blows. Leo goes to the drop kick, but Crusher gets the fuck out the way. And a vicious big move from Crusher right there, knocking Leo down to the ground. He takes the paddle off of that turnbuckle. May I remind you that as long as it's not a weapon, it is legal in wrestling and Dynasty. That exposed turnbuckle is part of the ring, so it is legal in wrestling and Dynasty. He picks him up once again, throws it into that exposed turnbuckle, pounding his fist, driving that shoulder over and over again. He picks him up one more time, throws it into that exposed turnbuckle, driving that shoulder over and over again, taunting Leo. I cannot see Leo coming back from this match right here. Crusher has dominated this since the beginning, and I have not seen it. Somehow, I did not expect that. Honestly, did not expect that. Leo escapes the 3 count after being driven into that exposed turnbuckle. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. Well, like I was saying, I can't see Leo coming back in any way, shape, or form. Crusher has established the dominance since the beginning of the match. Leo has just been getting beaten this whole time. I can't see him coming back in any way, shape, or form. He's either going to have to get a count out or a quick roll up. Either or in order to win this match. It would be a miracle if he's able to get a pin or able to come back with a submission in this match.
4.
And Leo just dominating, Crusher just dominating Leo right now. And with the vicious big boot from Crusher to the face of Leo.
5.
And with the Samoan drop. Crusher is just beating
6.
Leo like an animal. This is borderline inhumane. We might just need to stop the match on pure morals alone and let Crusher take the victory.
7.
And Crusher picking Leo up. Crusher trying to pick Leo up. And with the kick to the nuts, holy shit.
8.
We need to stop this match, man. And with the scoop slam from Crusher to Leo, throw him down to the ground. And Leo is fighting back. Leo escapes the hold. Vicious spinning heel kick from Leo right there. And Leo trying to run to the ring. Crusher trying to run to the ring. We're on the 9 count. Leo makes it to the ring. Crusher
9.
still not there yet. 9.
10.
And
The winner
Crusher
of the
does
match
not
by
get back to the
count out,
ring
Leo.
in time. I'm very surprised right now. Honestly, Crusher dominated the whole match. And Leo wins with the count out. Advances on to the next round in the tournament. And you can tell Crusher is highly upset. In all honesty, he should have won that match.
You have heard of my reputation, yet you still decide to mess with the devil. And for that you got to feel a portion of my wrath. Let this serve as a warning to you. Don't cross my path, or much more drastic measures will be taken to ensure you never think about crossing my path again. It just won't be a bloody face and arm next time, I guarantee. Maybe it'll a broken leg, or a broken arm, or maybe a full body cast. It's all up to you, but it is in your best interest to no longer have a hostile relationship with me. Capus mi amigo, mi alegro de que pudiéramos llegar a este entendimiento.
And with that warning being delivered from El Diablo to Jen, is that just a warning I would hate
From
to see what the
Tombstone,
actual punishment
Arizona.
looks like.
Outlaw, James.
And we have an update on the condition of Jen. Jen is doing alright, and he should be on his feet and alive and well. just in the nick of time for the next wrestler in Dynasty. He just had a few open wounds, nothing too serious. He didn't lose a substantial amount of blood like I thought he did, so he should be alright. But moving on to this next round in the Wrestling Dynasty World Championship Tournament, we have Outlaw James going against
From
Genbu,
Hiroshima,
the East
Japan.
versus the West.
Genbu.
This should be a pretty interesting match because we have a contrasted styles here. We have Genbu, who is a martial artist who uses a lot of kicks, going against Outlaw James, who is a brawler and a boxer who uses a lot of punches. So this should make for an interesting match. If I had to pick a winner, more than likely I'll pick Genbu. He has a much greater reach with the kicks, than Outlaw James has with the punches. So Genbu more than likely will be the winner of this match. And there goes the bell. They're exchanging punches and kick right out the gate. And Genbu with a few vicious kicks to Outlaw James. And he switches between kicks and punches. And Outlaw James with a few punches to the face of Genbu. And they're just dancing around the ring, punching and kicking each other back and forth. These men go. And he tries to go for a haymaker, but Genbu backs up and runs with the spinning heel kick, knocking Outlaw James down to the ground. He throws into the ropes, perfectly executed MDKO. And he's stubbing a mud hole in Outlaw James right now. He picks him up, goes for the sleeper hold. And this might be all she wrote right here. Outlaw James can't get to the ropes, but if he can't escape the hold, and somehow Outlaw James escapes the hold, and they just exchange the blows left and right. These men go. Genbu establishing the dominance early with those kicks and with the vicious kick to the face of Outlaw James, and he goes to the pin, but Outlaw James kicks out. Outlaw James grabs him. Perfectly executed snapman. He just pounds his head to the mat over and over again. Outlaw James throws it into the turnbuckle. Drives his head into that turnbuckle over and over again. He goes to the top rope, goes for a double acid-handed hit, but Genbu jumps out the way. And with that vicious spinning heel kick for Genbu is just establishing dominance early in the match with them vicious kicks. He throws it into the turnbuckle. He goes for the Hurricane Rana, and this might be all she wrote. Where's the one count? One. Two. That should have been a 3 count right there. The referee, for some strange reason, didn't start counting until about 1 or 2 seconds later after he pinned him. And Outlaw James trying to get back in this match. To this exchange, it kicks and hits once again. And he goes for something, but it gets reversed into a DDT. Perfect reversal from Outlaw James right there. And Outlaw James tries to grab Genbu, but Genbu pushes him down to the ground. Perfectly executed Michinoku driver from Genbu right there. And Genbu grabs Outlaw James, dragging him to the center of the ring, and goes for the vicious Russian leg sweep, and this might be the match right here. And somehow Outlaw James kicks out. And Outlaw James with the side slam. He picks Genbu up, throws him into the ropes. Vicious clothesline right there. Outlaw James backing up. Molly Whopper of a punch for Outlaw James, temporarily blinding Genbu, but Genbu gets back to his feet. And another punch knocking him down to the ground. He tries to grab him, but Genbu creates a distance with them kicks. He's backing up, trying to gather himself, trying to gather his breath. Slowly walking towards Outlaw James with the leg drop onto the back of Outlaw James, and with the kick to the nuts that had to hurt right there. And Genbu grabs up, and Outlaw James escapes. Molly Whopper of a punch sending Genbu flying across the ring. He goes for a German suplex, but he gets the reverse into an Irish whip. Perfectly executed MDKO right there for Genbu. Genbu goes for the 360 splash, and this might be all she wrote. One. Two. And Outlaw James escapes the 3 count. Outlaw James having some difficulty getting to his feet. Outlaw James with the punch to the gut. Outlaw James with a few vicious punches, and Genbu is fighting back with punches of his own. Outlaw James with the reverse suplex. He picks him up. Genbu escapes the hold. Genbu perfectly executed backbreaker right there. He goes for the pin. One. Two. Almost with the 3 count, but Outlaw James escapes the 3 count. Outlaw James with a few vicious hits to Gimbu. Gimbu shaking him off. Gimbu grabs him, but Outlaw James escapes once again. Perfectly executed suplex from Outlaw James right there. Outlaw James picks him up. Showing that strength of his, just throws him down to the ground at the bench, presses him in the air. And with a perfectly executed snapmare for Outlaw James right there, Outlaw James is quickly coming back in this match right now. Gimbu reversing whatever Outlaw James was going for into a perfectly executed Michinoku driver using his own momentum against him, and Outlaw James escapes the hold for Gimbu, and another suplex for Outlaw James. Outlaw James picks him up. Headlock punch from Outlaw James right there. Outlaw James with the vicious forearm and the molly whopper of a punch, blinding Gimbu, and another one, and another one, and another one, knocking him outside. Outlaw James stalking. He goes for the double after-handed hit right there. He throws him back inside the ring.
1.
He's climbing the top rope. He goes for another, knocking Gimbu down to the ground and throws it into that turnbuckle. Driving that head over and over again into the turnbuckle. He's just targeting that head area. And this might be all she wrote, but no, only with the 1 count. And another snapmare from Outlaw James. He's trying to choke him out right now. Will he get to the ropes in time? Will he escape? Will he pass out? Or will he tap? Or will he let him go? Come on, man. Displaying that strength of his once again. Throws Gimbu down to the ground. And this might be all she wrote. And there goes the powerbomb. And another one for good measurement. Jackknife powerbomb for Outlaw James right there. He telling Gimbu to come on.
1.
He goes for the pin. 2. And somehow Gimbu kicks out after 2 jackknife powerbombs for Outlaw James. Outlaw James grabs him. Gimbu escapes the hold. Kick to the face of Outlaw James. Outlaw James with a few punches. Gimbu blocks, grabs him, and with the German suplex for Gimbu right there. And Gimbu going for the scoop slam. Outlaw James with the vicious DDT. His arm is bleeding for some strange reason. I think he might have landed wrong, and Outlaw James might have scratched him. Outlaw James tries to grab him, but he runs into the referee. Gimbu with that vicious kick to the face of Outlaw James, knocking him down to the ground. He picks him up, goes for a scoop slam, but no, it was reversed into a roll up. 2, 3. And Outlaw James wins the match and advances on to the next round in the tournament by a roll up. Moving on to the next match.
What happened out there was a complete embarrassment. We are supposed to raise hell and make a name for ourselves. Make sure people fear us. Make sure people panic when they hear our music. How are we supposed to do that when we get our asses handed to us by a bunch of grass skirt wearing coconut drinking spear chucking Icelanders? You guys need to do something to make this up. I don't care what it is, you need to do it by karma. Do something, run someone over for the boulder. Blow someone's limo up, have sex with a corpse, I don't give a care. Just make sure it is chaotic and make sure it makes an impact. If you don't do anything by karma, then there will be horrible consequences.
And Wacko Jacko giving a pep talk to Why So Serious, telling them that they need to make up getting their asses
From
handed
Tokyo,
to them
Japan,
by a
Phoenix
bunch of
King.
islanders. He doesn't care what they have to do, just make sure it makes an impact. That means the wrestling dynasty is going to suffer more than likely just because these 2 clowns couldn't beat 2 islanders. This should be pretty interesting because knowing Why So Serious, anything can happen. I mean anything. Like he said, he don't care if they have to run somebody over, if they have to have sex with a corpse. That sounds so strange saying that out loud, but it's so weird. Or if they have to blow up
From
somebody's
Providence,
limousine,
Rhode
they
Island.
have to make it up to
The
them.
King.
But let's get on to this next match. We have the King going against the Phoenix King. This should be a pretty interesting match right here, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner of this match will move on to the semifinals. And they will be facing Outlaw James. And the other part of the semifinals will be Tank going against Leo. This should be an interesting match right here. And the King established dominance early on with that vicious punch, blinded the Phoenix King, and he goes for the roll up. And this might be, I thought that was going to be the 3 count. I thought the match ended this early with a roll up from the King. And then just exchange of hits and kicks back and forth these men go. And with a few vicious kicks from the Phoenix King to the King. And the King with those vicious punches to the face of the Phoenix King. They're just going back and forth with these punches. And the Phoenix King grabs him. He runs into him. That was a very dumb move from the Phoenix King right there. Throwing the King right into him. And they're just staring each other down. And the King runs towards the Phoenix King. There's just a exchange of hits once again. And he grabs him. Vicious side backbreaker right there from the King. And he punches the face of the Phoenix King over and over again. He grabs him. Throws him into the ropes. The vicious spear from the King right there. And the King with a vicious forearm to the face of the Phoenix King, knocking him into the turnbuckle and driving that shoulder over and over again into the stomach of the Phoenix King. He's going high risk right now. And the drop kick to the back of the Phoenix King. He noticed at the last minute it tried to run away, but to no avail. And he goes for the finger for a leg lock. I don't know why, but he went for it. And the Phoenix King escaping. And a few vicious kicks from the Phoenix King to the King. This is getting very confusing by saying the Phoenix King and the King. So I'm just going to call one PH and I'm just going to call one the King. And the King establishing dominance right now with them vicious hit to the Phoenix King. And the PH with the vicious kick to the face of the King. He's trying to grab the King, but the King keeps dropping down. He throws into the ropes. And that vicious leg sweep right there, making the King fall flat on his face. You know that had to hurt. And the Phoenix King with the vicious hit to the face of the King. And PH grabbing him right there. And then exchanging hits once again. PH trying to grab him, but to no avail. And the King with the vicious hit to the face of PH. PH drops back, runs up with the vicious spinning heel kick for PH right there. He grabs him with the vicious Hurricane Rana for PH right there. And I believe he was either going for a roll-up or another Hurricane Rana, but he botches it very badly. And he grabs him, throws him into the ropes. Another drop toe hold for PH right there. And PH taunting the King right now. The King have a difficulty getting to his feet. If you did not know this, fun fact, PH was the first ever wrestler in Dynasty World Champion. He did some underhanded tactics in order to win the first ever wrestler in Dynasty World Championship, but he was the first wrestler in Dynasty World Champion. And I thought that was going to be a 3 count after that Hurricane Rana from the top, but to no avail. And he goes for the roll up. Will this be the end? 1, 2. And somehow PH kicks out. And PH with them vicious kicks, and the King backs up, but to no avail. PH with them vicious kicks, and the King grabs him. Vicious pop-up spine buster out of nowhere. And vicious DDT from the King. And the King grabs him, but PH escaping the hold of the King. He tries to grab the King, but the King backs up. The King tries to grab him, but he backs up. And that vicious forearm from the King right there. And the King throws him into the turnbuckle so hard that he bounces off and falls down to the ground. And the King throws him into that turnbuckle once again, driving that shoulder over and over again into the stomach of PH. And he's taking off that padding. The King tried to grab him to throw into that turnbuckle, but PH is having none of that. The King climbs the turnbuckle, but to no avail. PH knocks him off. And PH with that fire to the face of the King and throws him into the ring. Like I said, if it's not a weapon, it's not illegal. And technically, he's a Phoenix King, so it's not illegal. And PH climbing the top of the turnbuckle, just stalking the King. Just wait for him. Wait for his prey to stand up. But what is he gonna go for?
4.
And with a spinning heel kick that he connects, knocking the King back down to the ground. He climbs the barricade but slips off. He runs towards the barricade.
5.
Pop up 360 smash. Holy shit, that was an impressive maneuver. And he throws him into the back. No, he gathers himself in the nick of time, but to no avail. The Phoenix King with a few vicious hits to the King, and with that fire to the face of the referee and the King, and with that standing Bronco Buster knocking him down to the ground. And he goes for the sleeper hold on the King. Will he go to sleep? And somehow
7.
the King escapes the sleeper hold. And I believe the King is bleeding a little bit from his face right there. And the Phoenix King with that vicious spinning heel kick. He picks up the King. Throws him into the ropes. Another spinning heel kick. He grabs him once again. Throws him back inside the ring. He's going for 360 splash. This might be all she wrote. And the referee, come on, man. Fucking up. I believe that should have been a 3 count. But like I said, the referee fucking up with the roll up
1.
from PH. And this might be all she wrote.
2.
2. 3. I thought that was going to be a 3 count. By 1 nanosecond, the King kicks out. And the King escapes the clutches of PH. And the King finally fighting back, getting back in this match. And the King picks him up. Goes for the power shoulder slam. And this might be all she wrote. And the King picks him up. Finally throw him into that exposed turnbuckle. Driving his shoulder over and over again into the stomach of PH. Picks him up one more time. Driving his shoulder over and over again. We need to make exposed turnbuckles illegal, and people will take advantage of that. He's taunting PH right now. Once again, driving that shoulder over again into the exposed turnbuckle. And one more time in another one. Wait, he's not driving the shoulder? And a drop kick, or whatever the hell that was, while he's in the corner. I've never seen anything like that before. And PH reverses it into a roll up, but unfortunately that is rope break. I don't have any idea what that type of move that the King just executed while PH was in the corner, but that had to hurt. And PH trying to get to his feet, but to no avail. And they're just staring each other down, sizing each other up. They're just exchanging hits. Once again, PH grabs him, but to no avail. The King escapes the hold. And PH trying to grab him, but the King backs up. And they're just exchanging hits. And once again, the King with that hit to PH, and PH with that hit to the gut, knocking the King down to the ground. And PH with the flying face buster. And that might be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. And no, PH picks him up. Throws him into that turnbuckle, taunting him, talking trash. And PH with the hurricane runner from the top. If this might be all she wrote. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, I can't believe the King kicked out once again. And the King with a few vicious hits to the midsection of PH right there. And they just sizing each other up. And the referee getting in the way. And with the vicious kick from PH right there, they're exchanging hits once again. King with that vicious hit, knocking PH down to the ground, but PH recovers quickly, and they're just exchanging hits once again. PH with that vicious hit, knocking the King down to the ground. He's just doing standard sentons, and he lands wrong. The King with that vicious forearm, knocking PH down to the ground. And with that vicious arm drag, he picks him up once again, goes for Michinoku driver. He picks up PH once again, going for that lion tamer, the signature move of Leo. And this might be all she wrote. The fat lady might have sung. He's in the middle of the ring. His only hope is escaping the hold. Will he escape? Will he tap? And he gives up. The fat lady has sung, and the semifinals are established. That was a major show, ladies and gentlemen. Next episode, we will be back to you with the semifinals and the second part of the round robin tournament. Have a great night.
A statue in stone, I got Caesar's stature.